I will play the right chords in the right order. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds, picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music of the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and wrong, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching hungrily from her perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. Sing along, inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Till the rain comes tumbling down. Till the rain comes tumbling down.
Happy almost Earth Day, everybody. It's a good day to celebrate. This is a day where we honor the I in our JETPIG of values, interdependence. We honor the interdependent web of all existence with reverence for the great web of life, and with humility, we acknowledge our place in it. We covenant to protect Earth and all beings from exploitation. We will create and nurture sustainable relationships of care and respect, mutuality and justice. We will work to repair harm and damaged relationships. These are the words that we promise as a congregation that is a member of the Unitarian Universalist Association. So come, let us gather, come, let us celebrate, come, let us worship together.
Good morning. As we celebrate Earth Day, we gather in gratitude for the magnificent, interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. As Unitarian Universalists, we celebrate the sacredness of our planet and reaffirm our commitment to be faithful stewards of the air, the water, and the soil. May we listen to the wisdom of the natural world, honor the delicate balance of life, and act with courage and love to protect our common home for generations to come. My name is Sharon Sauter, and I'm a member of the Sunday Service Committee, and I'm happy you're here. And I want to say a special greeting to my young friend that I met at Diane's yesterday. I'm glad you're here today.
A few announcements as we begin. If you are one of our stewardship stragglers, please turn in your pledge information. You might know who you are because you've been getting emails and phone calls and such. There's not many left. Today, after the service, our Green Sanctuary Committee is hosting an event with Mark Lee, the owner of Better World Builders. He'll be sharing his assessment of our building and our long-range capital plans. So join them to learn more about the sustainable elements of our plans for the church, as well as what you might consider for your own home. So that's in room 19, the room at the top of the stairs, shortly after the service. And they will be feeding you, if that makes it easier to stay and attend. Next Saturday is a potluck and game night, followed by a sleepover for church kids. So the festivities start next Saturday at 5 p.m. in this room. And if you're dropping your kids off or if you're bringing your kids to spend the night, you need to pre-register for that so people know what to expect. Today is an all-ages service, so we will be in this room for the whole service together. As you've already noticed, if you're with us in person, there are several activity stations in this room. So we have our regular fidgets and drawing tables in the back. Up here we have an area to make pipe cleaner flowers, or flowers out of pipe cleaners and tissue paper and all kinds of other good things. We also have a station in the back over in that corner where you can plant some seeds. And the leaves that are in your seats will be for a different project. More details on that coming in a little while. But you're welcome to do these activities during the service. So go and move and do them. Just we ask you keep the volume to a reasonably low murmur if you can. But please, they're here to enjoy. There are so many pipe cleaners there, you guys. We don't want to just put them all back in the RE supply room when we're done. So they are there for you. And now, let's sing.
This is a great time to move to the station you want to go to.
And if you're not moving to a station, I invite you to rise and bow to your spirit anyway to sing this song together.
Ready?
Yeah, yep.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when home
Could we have our chalice lighter come up, please? These words were spoken by Rachel Carson in June of 1962 at a commencement speech at Scripps College. The stream of time moves forward, and humanity moves with it. Your generation must come to terms with the environment. You must face realities instead of taking refuge in ignorance and evasion of truth. Yours is a grave and sobering responsibility, but it is also a shining opportunity. You go out into the world where humanity is challenged as it has never been challenged before, to prove its maturity and its mastery, not of nature, but of itself. Therein lies our hope and our destiny.
In addition to our chalice flame here at People's Church, people who are with us this morning on Zoom have lit chalices in the Millwood neighborhood, on 41st and a half Street, Parkview Hills, the Eastwood neighborhood, Illinois, and Lawton. What a gift it is to be together in time and intention, even when we're not all in the same place. People's Church is a community that cares for one another in good times and hard times. One of the ways we do this is we take time when we gather to lift up the joys and sorrows and other important milestones of our lives. If you're with us on Zoom today and have something you wish to share, I invite you to type it into the chat box. If you're here in person, I invite you to come forward, place a stone in our bowl of water, and if you choose to speak, speak into the microphone, pretend it's an ice cream cone, keep it real close. Speak briefly, remember to tell us your name, and then a little joys and sorrows etiquette. We ask if you're sharing on behalf of someone else and don't have their full permission to give their first and last name, that you don't do that. This is a small community. Sometimes people learn things they're not supposed to know yet through this sharing, and we're trying to avoid that. And if your sharing is really more of an announcement than a personal joy or sorrow or milestone, I ask you to withhold that for now, and we can share it with the congregation in other ways. Thank you. Now I'm placing a few more stones in our bowl for all of the joys and sorrows and milestones that we are holding quietly in our hearts today, those in our wider community or our wider world. Sources of reason and radiance, sources of courage and compassion, keep watch with those who work or watch or weep this day. May the suffering be soothed. May the weary find rest. May the sick be tended. May the dying and those who love them find peace. May the joyous be shielded. And may all of us know we are wrapped in a love that surrounds us always, a web that connects us to all that exists.
spirit of the land that cries out. We confess that we have failed this land. We have bowed down to the convenience of machines and taken pleasure in overconsumption. Grant us the courage to name the atrocities of climate degradation, even when it implicates our daily habits. Upheave the corporations and institutions that leech off the earth without concern for its survival. Remind us that the welfare of creation is bound to our own. We cannot flourish on a landscape of ash and smoke. More than that, help us to decenter humanity in the story of the cosmos. Even if our time here is to end, plant in us an unchanging desire for the shalom of the earth that we leave behind. And until then, amplify those who cry out for the dignity of all nature. Open our eyes to the gift of simplicity, of creativity in energy sourcing, of building lives mindful of our impact, and of thinking not just about our days ahead, but generations to come. Show us, too, that our mourning is not just about how we treat creation, but the loss we face in failing to listen to it. For what elder have we older than the clouds, or the tides, or the wind in the leaves? May we grieve what has already been lost, and may we be granted time to heal that which has been marred. Amen.
Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the home of your soul.
When Diane, our religious educator, and I started crafting this service, we asked, what do we think our people need this Earth Day? And hope was the answer that came quickly. Hope when hope is hard to find. It can be hard to be hopeful now, given everything. I don't need to give you the list. You know the list. So today we're offering what feels like realistic hope, which is small hope, seeds of hope, stories of hope that are unfolding on smaller scales in our world. Seeds of hope that with tending and care might grow strong. So we will be sharing 3 stories with you all today. And we want your stories too. So this is the moment when I tell you why you had leaves waiting for you when you walked in today on your seat, if you're here in person. So during the rest of the service, I invite you to write or draw something that is giving you hope in this moment. Maybe it's something in your life, a story you've heard from elsewhere. We have some dark markers in the center aisle if you need something to write with. And at the end of the service, we'll invite you to place these leaves in a basket. We have one at the front, we have some at the back of our commons, so we can use them for a collective art project that you'll see when you come to church next Sunday. So we can all give each other hope when hope is hard to find. I get that we're mixing metaphors with seeds and leaves, but drawing on seeds is not as pretty. So, and people on Zoom, we have not forgotten you either. Please add your stories to the Zoom chat or send me an email or a text with your drawing, and we will add your stories to the project, and we will report back what we are seeing and what we have created together. So now we have Ari Webb with our first seed of hope to share with you today.
Hi, my name is Ariana Webb. I have been a member of People's Church my whole life, and I'm up here today on Earth Day, or rather the Sunday before Earth Day, to talk to you about the largest problem facing our Earth and what I am doing about it. That problem is climate change. As I think many people here understand, climate change is not a problem that we can afford to take lightly. It is an issue that is already beginning to affect us in various aspects of our lives. Here in Michigan, so far this year, we have seen a total of 14 tornadoes, which is already more than our yearly average, and it is only April. The warming of the planet is pushing our tornado season to be earlier and longer. This is only one of the reasons why it is so important to take action to protect our environment. I've been worried about the issue of climate change since my 4th grade self heard about the ice caps melting and the polar bears losing their homes. At a young age, I knew I had to do something to help. My first idea was to educate the other kids at my elementary school about what was happening. So after telling my best friend at the time, we decided to create a climate change group at my elementary school. We met every Wednesday in one of the teachers' classrooms and did a variety of things, including teaching the other kids and making posters to hang up around our school. And while the group came to an early end because of schools shutting down due to COVID, I like to think we still made an impact on all of those kids. As I've grown older, my passion for protecting the environment has not shrunk a bit. I've continued to attend marches and advocate for our environment. Currently, I am a part of the Ardea Youth Climate Coalition, a subgroup of the Kalamazoo Climate Crisis Coalition. We are a youth-led climate working group here in Kalamazoo. We have kids from various high schools in Kalamazoo County, and we do things in the community, such as plan events, like our annual thrift event, go to elementary and middle schools to teach kids about the issues of climate change and the effects us humans have on our environment, and attend other events in our community to spread awareness about the environment. This year in particular, we are working on creating a toolkit for teachers to teach about the climate crisis. We are trying to implement it into elementary schools in the Kalamazoo public school system. This is a big project that we have spent a long time working on, and we feel it is an important part of the climate movement because children have a right to know about what we are doing to the world that they are going to grow up in. Doing work like this in our community is so important, not only because it raises awareness for the environment, but also because it can bring hope for a better future for everyone involved.
I invite you to rise in body or spirit to sing this next song together. The stations are still open. I encourage you to go enjoy them. There's a seed of hope in my soul, a little seed of hope in my soul. I'm gonna tend it every day so that it grows strong. All this I pray, then that seed of hope soon will bloom in my soul. There's a seed of joy in my soul, a little seed of joy in my soul. I'm gonna tend it every day so that it grows strong. All this I pray, then that seed of joy soon will bloom in my soul. There's a seed of peace in my soul, a little seed of peace in my soul. I'm gonna tend it every day so that it grows strong. All this I pray, then that seed of peace soon will bloom in my soul. One more time. There's a seed of love in my soul, a little seed of love in my soul. I'm gonna tend it every day so that it grows strong. All this I pray, then that seed of love soon will bloom in my soul.
When I began serving this congregation as the religious education director 25 years ago, I came with a degree in environmental studies and a passion for the earth. And after working at the Nature Center, coming to the church, I really wanted to bring that experience and passion with me to my work here. So probably in 2003 or 4, I started with a group of amazing people's people, our People's Church Peace and Nature Camp, as a one-week day camp. And the fact that it has not become one more pandemic disaster that didn't come back, that is maintained with like 5 or 6 different directors over the last 20 years, has been absolutely amazing and offers me so much hope. And the reason why I wanted to start a Peace and Nature Camp is because I feel so strongly that in order to care about the earth and want to take action to help protect it, we need to be connected with it. And the more kids are outside, running down a stream or running through a meadow or running through the forest, experiencing the wonder and awe of watching a cicada hatch from its shell, or the birds going overhead and the songs and the amazing coolness of being in the forest. It provides a different context for why it is important to live our lives in such a way so as to minimize our negative impact on our earth. And it has been such a blessing in all these years to have young people that have grown up in this camp and are now working at our camp. So I want to introduce my very special friend, Lucy Cutler, to tell you a little bit about her story of hope.
Greetings to you all. My name is Luce Cutler, and I use she, they pronouns. And this year, I am assistant director alongside director Dolores Strom. Curiosity can become a daily practice, a lesson taught to me from a young age, a deepened connection to peace and nature, nurtured at Peace and Nature Camp. Camp has seen many seasons, and it's the wonder and awe that invites individuals to return again and again. And and also that we play Predator and Prey every year. A chance to discover the magic of Mother Earth, of rustling leaves whispering secrets of the forest, observing the intricate patterns of a spider's web, or simply lying on the grass to watch the clouds drift by. Curiosity is not just encouraged, it's celebrated. Children and adults alike are invited to explore, ask questions, and learn from the world around them, to be a part of something greater than ourselves. Whether it's through the friendships we forge, the lessons we learn, or the simple joys we embrace, camp is a sanctuary where we discover the interconnectedness of all living things and a reminder that we are the stewards of this planet. Here, every question sparks a new adventure, and every discovery leads to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. This spirit of hope and exploration carries us forward, inspiring us to bring a piece of camp's magic into our everyday lives. There are 2 sessions of camps this year, June 15th through the 19th, August 17th through the 21st, and registration is now open. You may direct any questions towards Dolores or myself. If you would like to be involved with the camp in any way, shape, or form, connect with one of us. Thank you.
And I will just note that Luce grew up going to camp and is now working at camp, and that is such a blessing. So People's People are very generous people, and I have 2 examples today that I want to share of examples of that generosity. And one of them is camp, because it has been the generosity of People's People for both supporting our scholarship fund over the last 20 years, as well as the number of hours put forth to volunteer at camp to help make it happen. It wouldn't happen if we didn't have such strong support from this congregation. It's been absolutely phenomenal. My second example is after my yard got hit by the tornado, and I put out a call for help with people with chainsaws and to bring food. I have literally 10 pounds of sloppy joes at my house right now, and soups and casseroles, and I have so much food. And I had 30 people show up yesterday, like so many chainsaws. They move trees so big. Like I'm so overwhelmed with the generosity of People's People and my group of friends that show up, like, and within 2 days' notice on a Saturday. How many people have a whole free Saturday to just like cancel your plans and show up with a chainsaw and move brush all day long? It's so beautiful, the amount of generosity in this community. So those are my 2 examples of that, and at this time we are going to take our offering.
Please join me as we give thanks for all that sustains us. From the countless gifts we each have been given, gifts of life and love and sustenance, we bring these small portions to share in the works of love, which none of us can accomplish alone. And now we'll hear the bell ringers.
A few years ago, a plan was hatched to make a rain garden in that patch of ground between the church's parking lots and driveway, that patch of ground that's always kind of damp, even when it hasn't rained in a long time. It was going to be a place where the runoff from the hard surfaces of the parking lot and the driveway could gather, could collect, be naturally filtered and cooled, and then slowly replenish the groundwater. It was a beautiful vision. And a team began working. Folks from the Buildings and Grounds Committee and the Green Sanctuary Committee and people who responded to the invitation to spend a Saturday working on the grounds. They removed the sod, they moved rocks, they planted the hardy sort of plants that could survive in dry and wet conditions. And it did not become a rain garden. It became a pond. It didn't drain. The water gathered and sat and slowly evaporated. The soil in that spot wasn't soil that could drain. It was too clayey. So they got a tool to try to dig through that soil. There's a photo of that. Look at that tool. Isn't that impressive? So they're trying to get through the clay soil to whatever else they could find. But that tool wasn't big enough. So the team was faced with a choice. Do they get a bigger digger? Give up? Try something else? They tried something else. They changed their plan and embraced that that place seemed destined to be a pond. They weren't going to win this particular fight with the earth, and maybe didn't want to win this particular fight with the earth once they realized how much energy and effort and big fancy tools it would take to win. So they adjusted plans and kept working to create the best pond they could. Time for the next photo. See, it's a great pond. And by the next spring, there were tadpoles in the pond because the frogs had found it. And other creatures too. Next photo. See? Those friends. And so now our grounds has a much more consistent water source than it ever had before for any local creatures that might want to make up a home or pass through this patch of earth. It is a beautiful patch of earth that people's people have created and cultivated and managed here. And this story feels like a teaching parable too, right? Nearly every time I pass by that pond, I remember that that was not the original plan. And it turned out beautiful and is a home for so many creatures and a place of beauty for all of us. It is a reminder to me, and perhaps can be for you too, that when my plans don't turn out the way I think that they should, it might be good, or maybe even better than what I thought was going to happen. With skill and patience and flexibility, we might not achieve our plans, but we might achieve something beautiful. And that is a small story that gives me hope. So, for most of our service, we've really been focused on our small corners of the world. And now, as we honor our interdependence, it's important to broaden our perspective as well, to honor the earth and all beings, the whole interdependent web of all existence. So we have a ritual now for recognizing how we are connected in joy and woe to the wider world. So as you feel so moved, I invite you to come forward, take a small heart sticker and place it on our globe as a symbol of love or care or brokenheartedness for our world. If you are with us on Zoom, please write a place name in the chat and I will do my best to place hearts for you during our final hymn. As we do this, please know that the weight of the globe is a little bit off kilter, so just know that you can't press super hard or it'll go rolling across the floor. And know that this is not a geography quiz, right? There's no geography police here, no grades. If you aren't sure where someone is or where something is, somewhere is, do your best. Or just place a heart anywhere, knowing this, that we are doing this to express love and care and heartbreak, not map precise coordinates for navigational purposes. So we will do this, and then when the moment is right, we will transition, without me announcing it, into our final hymn, Blue Boat Home. So keep your ears open. I think you'll notice the difference. So, if you haven't yet, I invite you to write stories of hope on your leaves or in the Zoom chat. And then the work is to go out into the world and live those stories of hope. So let us go in peace and go in love.